Hello and welcome to another episode 13 of the Potluck Podcast. And this is your butthurt disclaimer.
Good evening and happy Halloween. Parental and/or sponsor advisory. Our goal is to offer a recovery-based podcast with a twist of humor. The expressions and opinions voiced here are those of the individual speaker and are not of the collective. Our primary purpose is to carry the message and to help others achieve sobriety. We don't feel the need to be original, but we certainly don't want to be extra crispy.
Crispy.
Did you say Happy Halloween?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, it's the week of Halloween.
Yeah,
It's the week of Halloween.
Yes, but I've never heard that. Happy Halloween.
Oh well, shout out to Mr. Frank.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mr. Frank.
Life on life's terms.
Life is on life's terms.
Are we talking about Mr. Frank or Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Frank.
So not
Where
No,
you- what?
Mr. Frank.
not Einstein.
No, Mr. Frank.
Oh, okay.
I was confused there because you said Mr. N and then you stopped, and I was like, please don't say what I think you're about to say. And
No, he's got his white pants on today.
Frank.
No.
Okay,
no,
that's why I was like,
it's Ann, not Ann.
Oh,
He's got white
okay.
pants on today.
What is it with you? These are blue jeans.
Yes, but they're white pants.
They're blue.
It's okay, buddy. I got a pair at my house
Absolutely.
too.
But
White.
you never looked so white.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what.
Sheesh.
Oh, so how you guys doing today? Oh yeah, by the way, I'm Martin.
Yes, you are.
Oh, I'm Anthony.
What would he do? Good morning, Wood.
No. Go on.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean. Oh yeah, I'm Sean.
So how you guys doing today?
Doing good.
How was your week?
Green eyes, so I'm a little full of it today. I feel like I
Your
literally
eyes
feel
are
full
very
of it.
green today.
Yeah. Mom always said I was full of it when the eyes are green.
So how was your week, Sean?
This has been your caution for the podcast. What?
Yeah, no caution needed. How? Let me.
How?
How?
Are you Indian
Are you
too?
Indian too, buddy?
Feather, not dot. Yeah.
Was your week?
What's your week? What?
How was
How?
your week?
How was your week?
My week was actually pretty decent.
All right.
Yeah, paid a couple bills,
Amen.
because I get to.
Yeah.
A lot of people complain about it, but I'm happy to do it because I get to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good to pay your own bills, have money in the account that's mine, and I say mine, but it just don't really feel like mine. But I keep looking at it; it's there.
It's not mine.
But you
Yeah.
know, it doesn't answer the question that was proposed to you.
Oh, pray tell.
How
How?
was your week?
Oh, yeah.
How?
It was a good one. It really was a good one. It was a funky one, but it was a good one.
Funky good week.
Yeah.
What about you, Anthony?
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's been a
Well, I would hope you wouldn't.
it's been a
First
struggle.
principle.
It is. It is. Honestly, it definitely is. It's been a struggle, to say the least. The
So what about saying the most?
well, all right. So if I said the absolute most, majority
Let's
of my
keep it
week,
short, but the most.
the majority.
Don't butcher this, man. You got this.
The majority of my week was actually terrible, to be honest with you.
Damn, I'm sorry I asked.
No, it's. I mean, but it's like I was saying, the other day. Some of it was and is a product of my own making, but there's other forces that I cannot control. You know what I mean? That
Sounds like step one.
Let me
it
ask
does.
you this.
It does.
Your worst day this week. Did you wake up that morning?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic day right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm grateful.
Win,
that-
win, win.
Yeah, like even on like my bad days, like I'm still grateful that I get to wake up. I'm still grateful that like I have a place to stay. I'm still grateful I got a job. I'm still grateful I got my car. You know what I mean? I'm still grateful.
Yeah.
For it, like I was saying, for it being a terrible week, like I still wouldn't trade it for the best day in active addiction. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So,
Facts.
I mean, really, in the end, like, I'm good. Like, you asked me how we were doing, I'm good. Good. Fantastic.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
You asked me how was
Yo,
mine?
I was getting there, buddy.
Okay.
How was your week?
Well, my week was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah, yeah. I make the best of every day, man.
Yeah.
Bad or good, I find something good out of it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's a superpower I have. I can turn a negative into
Into
a
a
positive.
positive. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You hearing anything over there?
Yeah. When you turn the negative into a positive, and you have electricity, bro.
Right. And this
Boom.
week has been electrifying.
And I just found, some if they're
Shockingly
not,
enough.
if the positive, hey, if the positive and the negative is not contacting,
Right.
You
you
gotta
have
rip
no
some
juice,
off.
bro.
You gotta
No
rip some,
juice.
you gotta
No
rip
juice.
some of it off, man.
Yep.
Right.
You gotta
Yep.
rip some of it off.
Sometimes it takes a finesse touch.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
Wow.
Just a
Sean,
little wiggle and a jiggle and
That's kind of,
you can't come in. I mean,
that's kind of buff of you.
Oh,
Yeah, Mister. I got white jeans on.
Yep. Yep.
These are definitely blue, by the way, folks.
well, I'm just
Blue
saying,
jeans.
your jeans go better with my boots.
Well, here, you want to wear them?
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
Because I would
I don't think if we can both.
I
fit
would
in.
not
I
only
barely
give you
fit in
the
my
shirt
jeans.
off my back, but the pant off my leg.
I barely fit in my jeans today. Speaking of which, look, the first 6 months of sobriety, okay, and when I first come in, I was like under $120, and I really did put on some weight quick. Like I shot right up to 160, and I was like, okay, like I was feeling good about it. And I set a goal, 170.
That's a good goal. People,
It is, but 6 months later, the closest I could get was 169.8. I
Well,
could not break 170.
one more potato.
Two
man.
nights. No, that's not the case. That is not. I don't know where it goes, but it will not add up on the scale. And the other night, I got on there at 171, bro.
All
Woo,
right.
woo.
so it's funny you say that. So I too set a goal for myself. It wasn't 170. It was actually 185, and I cannot. It does not matter what I do, break 165 pounds. It will not. I get it to 165, and then the next day it's like 163, 162. Go back to like 160, and then like a week later it'll be at 165 again. And I cannot, since I was in high school, I cannot reach 185.
All right, so this is I live a program of suggestions today.
Yeah.
I have trouble in implementing this suggestion into my life. Okay, but quit smoking.
Which
Quit.
time?
Quitting smoking.
Yeah.
I can even see it when I cut back on smoking.
Yeah.
Number one, it does allow me to gain more weight. The cigarettes cut my weight down. All right.
Yeah.
Not only that, as much as cigarettes cost me, I got a little more money in my pocket to eat, bro. You know what I mean? Okay. And water. And something about water, I can't choke that stuff down, bro.
I can't either.
I find that's one thing that happened to me this week. I realized I wasn't drinking enough water, so that was a goal I made myself. Is to at least drink 2 bottles of water a day.
It's
And-
like it's hard for me to
and
drink
that doesn't
water.
even sustain hydration.
No,
No.
it
Bottles
doesn't.
of water.
But it's more than what I have been drinking, so it's an improvement either way.
Yeah, except for like for me, like it's hard for me to drink water. Even like in my addiction, the only water that I was ever able to actually drink is Fiji water, and it's because it's the only water that doesn't taste like it's got salt and all this minerals and like Dasani and all that other stuff. I can taste the like calcium, if you will, in the water. You open the bottle, I can smell it. I can smell the like the calcium and all this additives or whatever.
Fluorides and
Yeah, and I can smell it.
whatever else they don't tell us about. that's in
Right.
it.
Yeah, like when I open a bottle of Fiji water, it don't smell like that. Don't taste like that.
Microplastics.
People that haven't seen me since
Metals.
the madness, speaking of the weight and everything, the first thing they always notice on me is my gut, because I have a gut now. I've never had a gut ever. Before the madness, during the madness, until now after the madness.
Yeah.
I've never had a gut.
It looks good on you, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So now I got to turn that gut into a 6-pack. I'll even take a 4-pack.
I mean, just a 2-pack would be all right too. You know?
No, that would look kind of weird.
Would it?
Yeah.
Just 2 solid. Just
Yeah, I need at least 4 because that makes it look.
Fair enough. Sexy.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that, but
Awkward.
I will say. I will say though, what are we gonna do about this? This gym idea we had. Are we gonna?
It eluded my memory.
It did. It did mine too. So we started talking about this.
Yep.
6-pack, 4-pack, and just the weight gain, and and lack of
This what deal?
See, it
the
eluded his
gain
memory
of
too.
weight.
What are we gonna
Do
do
you
about
watch the
No,
podcasts?
did you? Were you?
Do you ever watch the podcasts?
Yes.
Do you remember last week?
Yes, I remember
Do you-
last week.
You remember we was talking about going to the gym one day a week?
Oh, I didn't hear what you said. I
Oh,
thought you
yeah,
said Gemini. I was like,
No.
what the hell?
I'm Cancer, bro.
I'm
I'm
Libra.
Aries.
I'm a
Okay.
Libra. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So where'd we get the Gemini?
So the gym idea, we never really went anywhere with it after we left here.
We did it. That's why I was, bringing it up. Are we gonna do that? I think we should do that. I think we should.
Yes, Sean. Oh, he's digging in his pocket. What a beautiful ride. Let the record show he's looking at the picture of his car on his phone.
Redact that from the statements.
Monday at 6 o'clock will be at 12 and 12 now. If you'd like to attend and get into the nuts and bolts of the program,
AA business.
we got a seat for you. Sorry.
That's quite all right.
Program
I
business.
wasn't apologizing, really. Just kind of.
That was literally an apology.
Yeah, wasn't heartfelt.
Sorry.
It wasn't necessary.
It should have said sorry, not sorry.
It was,
'cause,
it was not. It was not heartfelt.
So, with a needle and thread.
Needle pulling thread.
So yeah, we can definitely
We can
figure out a schedule on that.
on that.
I mean, we're all very busy as it is.
We absolutely are, but I feel like, Saturday morning ish.
no
I
way.
say
No way.
What?
When?
Well, let me get there, buddy. When I say Saturday morning, I mean like 11 o'clock ish. 12 o'clock ish maybe. Go to the gym for an hour. It's an hour. You know what I mean? Maybe like 11, 12 or 12 to 1.
Meeting time.
We can also even do it from. Yes, there's also meetings at 6 and 7 or 6
Yes,
and 8.
but it's not a big book study.
We can have a big book study whenever our little heart desires.
So you're saying run on the treadmill and do a big book study as we're running?
We can do that. We can do that.
Hmm.
Absolutely. We can have a big book study right now. That's what you want to do.
Jam in the gym.
We could just go for 5 o'clock in the morning.
I mean, we can do that too.
No. Whoa. Slow your roll, bro. Slow your roll.
They're called burnouts.
Yeah, I'm pretty burnt out by the time I get home from work at 5 o'clock. I'm not going to make it. I mean, I can tell you all day I'll be there, but you, Anthony, and I, all three know.
Don't worry, we'll just come and get you.
Make it.
We'll come and get you. It's all right, buddy.
Well, there's your workout right there. Just saying. I mean, you just Sean. Halloween is coming up. Y'all giving out candy or doing anything special for Halloween?
No, sir.
I'll be at work.
I bought a bag of candy, but my significant other is
Eating it.
yeah, pretty much.
You'll
So,
have that.
Yeah, but we're all kids at heart. I just haven't
Yeah.
looked at the bag because if I look at the bag, I know I'm going to reach in it and grab it.
You know, I have seen a bunch of people running around in UK costumes.
Yeah, that's a costume. I'm going to leave that alone. We're not going to get political.
But
No.
Oh.
You see the color I'm wearing.
Facts.
When I see somebody in the store or something and they got a UK shirt on, I would say, hey, you got a little something on your shirt there. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm Kentucky, I'll represent my state, But when they go at each other, I bleed red. Sorry.
I go for anybody that plays Kentucky.
Yes.
There you go.
I'm definitely a diehard Louisville fan.
Yes.
So
Ooh, that scared me.
I'm gonna tell you like this right here. It doesn't matter what sport it is: field hockey, air hockey, ice hockey, volleyball,
Bull hockey.
kickball, bull hockey, tennis, table tennis. It doesn't matter. Cardinals all the way.
Cardinals all the way.
Louisville, Cardinals, Duke, Blue Devils, and Michigan State Spartans.
Cardinals. No.
Yeah.
Because this is Sparta.
Wow. So,
Needle pulling thread.
thank you for clarifying that.
So I was invited to a bonfire meeting Friday night, and I was trying.
I've never been to one of those.
I was trying to honestly. I don't want to say I was trying to back out of it. Like I've had to miss some work here the past few weeks, and the money's kind of funny coming in, and
But you weren't laughing.
God's blessed me enough to where I, make good enough money where I still make decent money in the few days.
Yeah.
That I did go.
Yeah.
And I was telling a guy that was inviting me, I was like, money's kind of funny, and he's like, well, I'll cash out you some money, get gas if that's what you're saying, and I'm like, I knew I wasn't going to accept no money or not, what I mean, but
Yeah.
I was going to wait till the day come and decide whether I was going to go or not. So the day come, and I was like, I was kind of reluctant, honestly, had reservations about going. One of the last bonfires I went to was, like 30 years ago, bro.
You counted that on one hand?
Yeah, 10, 20, 30.
Oh.
I actually went 25, 35, 45.
Right.
And I told them, I even kind of shared about it. I was like, I had reservations about coming out here. The last time I went to a campfire get together with a bunch of rednecks, they tried to whoop me because I was born in Flint, Michigan. Yeah, I mean, like it's straight.
Yeah.
You could have come got me. I would have.
Now for real, I kept thinking about that shit. Like back then, I was like,
I've never been to a bonfire meeting. I'd like to do that.
It's actually not bad. I've been to one.
To a candlelight meeting.
Well, to do that, you can't be working.
Yeah.
At night.
That's
Well,
a
It's
problem.
kind of conflict of schedule.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's Sundays.
So there's another one Friday. Well, I mean, you got to go when the bonfire is scheduled to happen. You can't just, unless you're going to have the bonfire yourself. And I don't think your homeowners association will allow that in your neighborhood.
Speaking of homeowners association, now that I have a new home, that's something I'm looking forward to doing this Friday is giving out candy.
I thought you was talking about making a homeowners association.
So did I.
Did I do that?
No.
I don't think so in that.
Well,
It's
why
gotta
would
be-
you even suggest that?
But I thought you were going to suggest it.
No. I don't have the means.
Okay. So I had a interesting conversation with a fellow, and it seemed like to be his significant other, maybe his wife. I don't know, not sure. Never met them before. It's the first time I seen him. Had a whole conversation with him. Kind of told him a little bit about it was weird. Like the first question
Yesterday?
Yes.
Yesterday? At the taco birthday party?
Yesterday. Yes. And it was weird though, because this is how the conversation went. Okay.
Okay.
He said, "How are you doing?" I said, "I'm good." Then the very next question was, "Why did you decide to come to the rooms?" You know what I mean? And we was at a birthday party, like a
Belly button.
belly button birthday party. Like we weren't at a meeting, we weren't advocating a meeting. You know what I mean?
It's a good question, though.
It is, but it's just coming off guard because, like I said, I've never met this person before. I've never seen them at a meeting before. Like, they really had no idea who they were. And like I said, it wasn't just him; it was him and his wife. It was a good conversation, though. They asked me that, I told them, you know what I mean. But my response to him was, right after that was, which time? Because you know what I'm saying, I've been attempting to do this a couple other times, but I was only successful so far this time. You know what I mean? And then we got to talking about like I brought up my kids. You know what I mean? And I basically said like my kids weren't enough to keep me sober. You know what I mean? And even more so like when my grandfather died, that wasn't enough to keep me sober. Being locked up about almost half of my life wasn't enough to keep me sober. You know what I mean? And then he says to me, "It takes a real man to say that." And I was like, "No." I mean, yes, but no. Uh, it was God, and then it was this program. Because if it was me, my will, I would have never said that.
Right.
You know what I mean? That would have never been a part of my story. You know what I mean? I honestly probably would have never even brought that up, but I brought that up for a reason. Then he begins to tell me that he's, I'll say, newly sober. You know what I mean? And after he said that, it was when I realized like I probably just helped him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I remember going into the rooms and God, I remember coming into the rooms and I don't want to say being like nervous or scared to talk to somebody, but I really just I kept to myself. You know what I mean? I didn't really ask questions or any of that. So like to have a conversation with someone that didn't know me from Adam or Eve, and I was able to actually tell them like, and it wasn't a super long conversation, but in this conversation, I was able to get out what I was trying to accomplish, and I don't know. I feel like it was a good conversation. It was a much needed conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was nice.
And it definitely probably helped him.
Yeah, and like so, his wife was telling me like she's been to Al-Anon meetings, things like that, and I've been to one Al-Anon meeting. Okay, and yeah, it's so
So how'd that go?
the Al-Anon meeting. Um,
You just said that to talk into the mic. Just
No,
now.
I said that because I've had one Al-Anon meeting too, and it was quite enlightening.
yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. Interesting is an
All about
understatement.
perspective.
Yep, it's all about.
And buddy, let me tell you, you either gonna lose your shit on somebody, or
Yep.
you're gonna have a different perspective when you walk
when
out.
you walk out of there, absolutely. So, I was in Campbellsville,
Y'all let me know on the next episode if this is
and
working.
we had family
It
day.
definitely looks goofy.
Yeah, it was family day. Now, family day, in order for your family to come in, they have to sit through an hour-long Al-Anon meeting. You're allowed to sit in there with them if that's what you choose to do, but in order for them to actually see you, they have to go through the hour-long meeting. My family wasn't coming. I knew they weren't coming. You know what I mean? But I was like, someone told me like you should probably just sit in for a minute, just see what it is. If anything, you can always get up and just walk out. Well, I sat the whole time. You know what I mean? And like the like you said, the perspective. I could see that there was a lot of people that wanted to argue the fact behind Al-Anon. You know what I mean? And not just like the fact, but like especially when they're talking about so a lot of the times your family is your biggest enabler. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that's like, well, I don't enable. Uh, my biggest enabler was my grandmother. You know, and so I kind of like just listened to what they were saying, and I realized like afterwards, like not just the hurt that I caused them. You know what I mean? But like the hurt that they have to feel to realize they enabled you to do that. It's not their fault. I'm not saying that it was her fault that I chose to do what I chose to do. It's definitely 100% my fault. You know what I mean? But they carry a burden as well of I enabled them to do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that perspective switch uh, is interesting. You know what I mean? It is. Uh, I wanted to argue a couple points when I was there, but I didn't. You know,
Yeah.
I don't. They'll tell you that they recommend you sit into at least one Al-Anon meeting. I do not.
Oh. You do not recommend it?
I do not recommend it.
Oh,
No.
I got a devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I don't per se.
I highly recommend it.
Yeah,
and there's a part of that perspective that we're not mentioning,
mm-hmm.
and there's a whole nother part of the ones that we've hurt in all of this, the ones that I've hurt in my addiction, in my sickness, in my madness, whatever you want to call it. Man, they've spent all this time trying to fix me.
Mm-hmm.
Call it enabling or call it whatever you want. But then when I come into these rooms with these people that I don't know nothing about, they don't know nothing about me.
Yeah.
But there's a level of understanding that I cannot even get with a woman I've been with for 24 years. Okay?
Yeah.
My mother, who has been with me my whole life, and that could not get me through recovery.
Right.
They feel inadequate. They feel,
yeah.
Like almost they have resentment.
Yeah.
Like, why was I not enough for you to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when I could see that part of it, along with what one of my breakthroughs was when I said in that meeting I spoke of, and I began to speak about. I don't know what it was I said, but it was somewhere along the lines of I was pointing fingers at her. She was the reason I did that or this, that, and the other. And oh boy, it's like, no, she's not the reason. Rah, 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 rah. And I was like, hey, look, it's my time to speak. You just let me speak. Wow. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Today, and not long after that meeting, I thank that dude sincerely.
Yeah.
Because I realized he was right.
Mm-hmm.
I was excusing all my bullshit.
Yeah.
Through the actions of somebody else. That was
right.
why I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
Because.
Yeah.
That doesn't make none of that shit right. I was doing that shit because I chose to do that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If that wasn't for that, I can't say that I would come to that conclusion if it would not have been for that Al-Anon meeting. You know what I mean? And he even tried to say, "Oh, I was real hard on you." And I was like, "No,
absolutely
sir.
not."
How early in recovery were you when you went?
Month, 2 months, maybe.
Yeah.
Now look, they advise you. I don't remember where I read this at. Okay. Going to an Al-Anon or some addicts, significant others being black belt, Al-Anon.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, bro. They
yes.
get so educated in all this Al-Anon.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna listen to your bullshit.
Yeah.
They are not co-signing your bullshit.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? There's not no level of empathy there.
No.
And that's what the Al-Anon is for.
Yeah.
It's not for us.
No, it's not.
It's for the families.
Yeah,
that was affected by the addict.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's where I was getting at too. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. I'm really not saying to not go. It's not what I'm saying. Me personally, not that I wish I didn't go. You know what I mean? Because I too was educated at that point, like you said. There was a level of understanding when I left there. You know what I mean? It's not. I'll say. For me, it wasn't. I'll say a realistic expectation for me to go so early in, only because I wasn't spiritually fit to handle some of the things that they were saying. You know what I mean? It's kind of like they say, you know what I'm saying, when you first get in the rooms, people want to, they'll come in, they'll be, say, at a sober living house or a rehab, they'll be there for, a week or two, and then instantly start getting on the phone, trying to call, girlfriend, wife, or, mom or dad or whoever. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to make amends. You're not ready for that, because when they tell you no or I'll shut you down, you're not ready for that. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm grateful that I went, because I had a change of perspective at that time, but I wasn't ready to hear what I heard. Now, you know what I'm saying? I understand what they were saying. Like you said, I'm grateful that I did sit in there. So I'll change what I say. I don't recommend you going until you are spiritually fit, because a lot of that stuff is it's just as raw as a meeting, if not more. You know what I mean? Because if anything, like for me, it just made me realize like the hurt they go through. You know what I mean? Because like you said, it's not for us. It's not for us. It's for our families, the ones that aren't us. You know what I mean? And
but But I find it kind of funny as we sit and talk about this because I can remember multiple instances on my case.
Yeah.
And I see it in rooms a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That we bring our significant others, our family members into these meetings.
Yep.
So they can understand us.
Yep.
But then we're reluctant to go to their meeting
to
understand.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the selfishness that
It is.
It's just self-consumed, man.
It
Self-centeredness,
Yeah.
That was deep,
Yeah. Is this it? Yeah. So I'm going to read this little paragraph and get y'all's take on it.
Go ahead.
It comes from page 24 in the big book. It's the first full paragraph. If anybody would like to look at that themselves. It says, the fact is that most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink. So, actually, me and Martin are cheating because we just read this yesterday.
Yep.
So, and we have the advantage because we already had a couple other people's inputs on it. But I would like to ask Anthony, what do you get out of that?
Read that one more time, buddy.
The fact is that most alcoholics, for reasons yet obscure, have lost the power of choice in drink. Our so-called willpower becomes practically non-existent. We are unable at certain times to bring into our consciousness with sufficient force the memory of the suffering and humiliation of even a week or a month ago. We are without defense against the first drink.
So for me, it brought me instantly because I heard it the first time, but I had to listen to it again really to draw what I'm about to say. But for me, you know what I'm saying? I was so broken, you know what I mean, spiritually, and just all of that, just destroyed, I didn't have a defense at all, none. Like the constant like I need this to go and continue my day. You know what I mean? I had to have this right here to continue my day. That spiritual warfare, okay? But at that point, like it wasn't even like a spiritual warfare. It was like a spiritual domination of
We digress. Keep going.
It was like a spiritual domination of I'll say like terror, if you will, like you know what I mean. I not only did I not have a defense, but the willpower to do the next right thing or to do anything other than get high or get drunk was literally taken. I didn't have none of that. My willpower was to get high. It was to drink. You know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, it was a complete domination of it took over everything. It didn't matter what it was. I had to do that before I did anything. It doesn't matter what it is. I had to literally get high or get drunk in order to be. You know what I mean? And yeah, I had to smash that whole idea, that whole feeling. You know what I mean?
That you could use in any form.
Yeah.
At any extent.
At any extent.
Anything.
Absolutely. I had to. I said this the other day. To me, one of the purposes of the 12 steps it's going to break you all the way down, but it rebuilds you the way God wants you to be built. You know what I mean? For me, that's what it did for me. You know what I mean? That was the breaking down part was the diminishing or the smashing of old ideas, old reservations, thoughts, that feeling of hopelessness, that feeling of helplessness, uh, that. So I say that, okay, it did break you down. It does. I had to smash that whole thought, because if I continue to have that thought, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for someone to continue moving forward. Uh, to me, that's where a lot of relapses and other things like that occur. However, I have to remember, everyone knows what it's like to get high. Everyone knows what it's like to get drunk. You know what I mean? But I have to remember what it felt like, uh, not to get high, but what it felt like to be in that misery. Like I've said this before. Right before I got arrested this last time, was standing in the mirror, and not only could I not recognize the person that I was looking at, but it purely made me disgusted.
So you touched on it right there. Without being able to recall exactly that,
Yeah.
there goes the defense against the first drink.
Right. Right.
That's what they refer to as mental blank spot.
Yes. Yeah.
In the good book,
Mhm.
this kind of, man, we just read this the other night. I'm not even gonna quote it because I'm gonna get it wrong. Speaks of, I'm only tempted by, and you done heard me share on this last night. I'm tempted by my selfish, worldly, and fleshly desires, which lead me to sin, which are the substances, the mind-altering chemicals, or maybe that act,
Right.
that doesn't line right with God, right? Which then leads to death, spiritual death.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to God because there's such a level of guilt, shame, and remorse, right? That death begins spiritual.
Yeah.
It can certainly be physical.
Absolutely.
And I shared right after that, if I was to go back out, I'm certain it would be physical death.
Yeah.
I'm quite certain of it,
Yeah.
But just like I've learned in the rooms, all I got to worry about is the day at hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And ain't that long left in the day. You
Right.
know what I mean? That's why it's important that I stay close to God, deep and in the middle of the program.
Yeah.
And that's going to be less of an issue, hopefully. On this right side of my book here, I got this little insight, and I believe it kind of touches on that. It says, this is the definition of the strange mental blank spot and why we are beyond human aid. It means I need God's help. I'm not enough. I've exhausted every effort at my disposal, to not do these things that I don't want to do. It is the diagnosis and explanation of our symptoms. The drugs and alcohol was a symptom of my condition and my disease. And you remove them, I'm still child in nature.
Yeah.
I still have the toxic reaction. You know what I mean? That's where the program and getting in the good book,
Yeah.
and learning how it is I'm supposed to live.
Right.
A spiritual life.
Yeah.
Because I just lived doing the wrong things, living the wrong ways for so long. It was just second nature.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to live any sort of positive or fruitful life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Outside of myself, everything. I just consumed everything. Mentally, the real alcoholic cannot or does not think through the disastrous chain of events that follow the first drink. That's right. That blank spot. I forget exactly how bad it was.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time I got a little bit clean, I forget how that next time started.
Yeah.
How quick it got off the rails.
Yeah.
And how quick it got so bad.
Yeah.
I rationalize with myself. I form reservations. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I prelapse. It's a mental relapse.
Right.
You know, he drinks, he gets drunk, and the results are another disaster. The problem is that he can neither recognize nor admit nor change the absurd situation. He has placed himself beyond human aid, but God has the answer. God can and will change the situation if and when he is sought. So seek him. That is the solution. And again, like I say, I tempt myself through all of
Yeah.
these desires, okay, of the
Yeah.
world, of my and my will. You know, eh, God doesn't tempt me.
Yeah.
God will have that out. I'm gonna tempt myself,
Yeah.
and God's gonna have that out.
Right.
He'll give me a couple outs.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I hear a lot of debate about that. You know, oh, I was tempted. God tempted me. God tested me. And I don't believe that.
No.
These are lessons. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I put the obstacles out there. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's stuff, unforeseen things that happen. You know,
Yeah.
tragic accidents. You know what I'm saying? That's just when I need to turn and lean into it. You
Mhm.
know, even harder.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's
This says the reader gets a real glimpse of the famous ABCs, and we read this in the readings.
Yeah.
Uh, what's the point? Good point, better point,
point.
excellent point.
Yeah.
Spell it out for us.
Yeah.
A, that we are alcoholic and cannot manage our own lives.
B.
B, that probably no human power could relieve us
And
of of our alcoholism.
C.
And C, that God could have would if he were sought. Seek him now.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know, man. The more that I get into the book, man, and I don't get into it enough. I don't get into my Bible enough. I don't feel like, but every time I do, just like the meetings, I get these nuggets out of there. You know what I'm saying?
So it's actually crazy that you brought that part up because I was talking about this the other day. Uh, for me, I can recall, like I said, I've been attempting to do this, getting sober and staying sober and actually living sober, you know what I mean, and being happy with it a couple times now. Uh, the reasons, obviously, I didn't stay in constant contact with God. I didn't keep coming to meetings. I didn't keep talking to my sponsor. I didn't do all these things. But the most important thing is that uh, just going to meetings uh, isn't enough. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that is like I forgot the new way to live. I forgot that we were taught a new way to live. Forgot that. And when I say that, like I forgot what it was like uh, to be in that misery. I forgot what it was like to feel the way I felt the very last time that I had gotten high.
right.
I would, and I just recently had gone through this within myself. Like uh, all I was doing was I was going to work. I was coming home and going to a meeting. That's not enough. You know what I mean? There's so many of us that just go to work and they just go to meetings and that's it. That's all their life consists of. Just going to work and going to meetings. It's not enough because that new way to live, the book also says we're not a glum lot. Uh, Meaning that it's okay to go have fun. You know what I mean? You need to do it. I need to do it because just going to meetings and just going to work, just paying bills isn't enough. You know what I mean? And when I forget the new way to live, starts the mental relapse, the prelapse, like you said. Then behind that comes I forgot what it was like to that misery, that pain that I felt, that being at that rock bottom at that point. I forgetting all those things led me to physically relapsing. You know what I mean? And I was literally just talking about that the other
Well,
day.
it's interesting. Me and my significant other were talking last night. See, now I've always believed in God, but in sobriety, I have built a relationship with God. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I pray more now than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah.
You know, and it's weird how if you pay attention, Like when you pray and you pay attention to what's going on in your life compared to what you're praying about, I see. I mean, it's so. We were talking last night, and we were talking about how the path that we're on is so precise.
Mm-hmm.
Like things that are happening in my life are going on at such a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a plan, like God has a plan. Roll the windows up. It's raining. Um, God has his plan, and if I'm sitting there paying attention to it and seeing how specifically shit's happening in my life to where it's supposed to happen right at that specific time in that order.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. I mean, no, I don't want to use the word crazy. It's
divine.
Amazingly divine. Thank you. But it's amazing if you pay attention how he's guiding you down this path. You know what I mean? And we touched on this yesterday at the meeting. I changed my people, places, and things, and that's one of the main things that they taught me in the beginning to do. And when I did that, I built a new family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My surrounding people, my friends, all that are people in this in sobriety. And I mean, it's a whole new life. I was reborn. You know what I mean? And it's just amazing or divine, as Sean put it. If you pay attention, you can see it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So look, before I get into something else, I go to church this morning, and it only brought it to mind because I meant to share on it earlier, but you just reminded me with the whole amazing divine thing.
You're welcome.
We're at church this morning, and a little buddy at church, Chris, has asked me Thursday night if I minded doing the offering. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I kind of found I'm beside myself that they would hand me a plate with money in it still today. But I was like, yeah, and so I'm standing back, in the front door where you first walk into the church, and waiting for them to do the prayer over the offering and everything. And as we're standing there praying, and pastor's up there praying, and I'm saying a prayer of my own while he is praying, bro. There was like 2 or 3 sentences in that prayer. We were word for word. Like, I just looked up and kind of laughed. You know what I'm saying? I still had my eyes closed, praying, but I just kind of laughed. I was like, wow, it was. I don't even know what word to put on that. So then I sat down. We're going to have service, and he kind of touches on this. I can't even recall the name of the dealies. That's supernatural. I don't recall what it's called. Supernatural something. Okay, and he's talking about the Holy Ghost, and he'd kind of like to get back to the days when you would have people talking in tongues. You know what I'm saying, like there, or not necessarily that, but over joyous laughter in the church. You know what I mean, and like somebody's been touched by the Holy Ghost, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, just happened back there. Like I was just like,
yeah,
I was just literally laughing out loud because I found it was so. I mean, I can't. We was word for word, beat for beat, not the whole prayer, but there was that little section, and I was just like, man, the oddest thing is, and it is odd. I take exception to it. I don't know what is going on, but it's an irrational fear that I have. I don't have any fear of anything, dude. But there's this fear I have to pray in front of people.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I do.
It is a level of discomfort I cannot explain. Maybe, maybe there's a part of that comes from when I pray by myself. I don't know where these words come from, and they're not, like I said that one time, they're wrong in the wrong order.
Yeah.
You know? And then I'm at church today, and I'm thinking to myself, are these tongues? Like, because it's not very well articulated, and I don't talk like that any other time.
Right.
When I say something, I'm pretty well spoken. I may sound like a backwoods hick or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? But my words are in order as I mean to say them. But then I go to pray, and they're not in that well of order. But yeah, that's it for that. I really want to touch on something else that we pointed out yesterday in a meeting about drug court.
Okay. Don't know if we can talk about that.
Why?
Because I can't talk about it.
I don't need you to talk about it in general.
Go ahead.
I don't need you to talk about that in general.
Okay.
But you can talk about your experience through the ordeal.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay, go on.
And only you are best served for that.
Go on.
I don't. That's not my experience. I
Okay.
can't speak on your experience.
Okay.
So you are best suited for that, and God has put you in that position to speak to these ones that are going through this situation.
I realize that, but at this time, you know.
Did you sign waivers that you wouldn't speak about it?
Yes.
It's actually what you talk about in court. You're not supposed to bring up, but your experience as far as like
what it's done for me personally.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can do that. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
because there's people going through this that look. I know a few of them, and they've expressed to me. One in particular has just reached a year in sobriety, and we talked in the parking lot the other night, and he's like, "Bro, can't wait to get off this paper." You know, he's just got these reservations, and we spoke, and he's like, because he looks at me in the eye, he's like, "I had what you had." He's like, "I was that," you know. He said, "I cannot find it back," but then he answers his own question to me. I'm not having a lot of willingness here.
Yeah. Well, it's about surrender. Look, people are always coming up to me telling me drug court's a beast, and it's really not.
It's not.
It really ain't. You gotta really want it though. I mean, if you don't want it and you want to go end up back out there, and that's your plan, then yeah, everything they're gonna throw at you is gonna be a beast to you because you don't want it. But it changed my life. It literally, I needed it. I needed for that to happen to me. When that judge told me, you know, I'm going to give you some help instead of PFO me, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. If you surrender, I surrendered to the program, and it helped me rebuild my life. Like literally, I could not have done it without them. And there's no way, I know for a fact, even if I wanted it, I don't think I wanted it enough at the time
to be willing
to
do what it took to get through it.
Right.
You weren't willing to humble yourself.
I wasn't. I when I first got it, I thought easy way out. But I surrendered, you know what I mean? And I gave up. I was ready. I was ready to and willing to have a better life. Yep. And the structure that drug court gives you is what people need. It's the structure, you know what I mean? I didn't have that before. They helped me all the way from getting like things taken care of in my life that have nothing to do with drugs, just rebuilding my life in general. And
being responsible.
Right, being responsible, taking accountability for stuff, you know what I mean? And it really is the best thing that happened. I have blessings upon blessings now, you know, because of this program and because of God. I let go, I let God, and I changed my people, persons, and places and things. I worked the steps, I'm working the program, and all that combined has made me like I don't have that much money, but I'm the richest person in the world for the things I do have now.
Right.
Never in a million years in the madness or even before the madness that I think I would end up where I am today.
Yep.
You know, I own my own home. You know, I did this in 2 years of drug court. I own my own home.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, people that are responsible can't even do it in that kind of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm so grateful and blessed to have that program.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got reservations, get with me. Holler at me. I got you. I can help you through it. You know, because it was definitely necessary in my life, and I'm emotional now because of it. I mean, it just did so much for me, man.
True.
So I'm hearing a sense of
may I interject?
Flip of the perception as well.
Yes.
Because I'm not letting it tie me down, hold me back. You know.
So.
No, it actually slingshotted me forward.
Right. Yes. It's only because you went at it with that point of view.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to use this as an aid versus it's handicapping me going through life and this burden that I have to carry with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just like your program, you know, the program.
The program, yeah.
You know.
So may I interject right
Go
here?
ahead.
Okay. So I too, when I first initially took the program, it was an easy way out. As a matter of fact, I told you guys while I was locked up when I accepted the deal to do this program. My first initial thought was give me a month and I'll be back. I told you all that. That was my first initial thought. However, after getting out and starting the program, I realized that I wanted something different, so I was going to try it. Okay, so my mindset now at this point is I'm willing to do what you guys say so I can get released from this program to do whatever it is that I want to do, right? Over an extremely short amount of time. For me, this isn't for everyone. People are going to be different. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'll say about 6 months into the program, the willingness that I had to just do what they were telling me to do changed. Not in a negative way, and more so in a sense to where now I don't look at it as I have to do this or I go to jail. I don't look at this as if I don't do this, I'm going to get this consequence.
I can choose to do this and learn more about myself and what it is that's going on with me and why I can't live a better life.
So to me,
you're good.
To me, yes. To me, the important part of what I was going through when I decided to do this was the outlook that I had on what the program is doing, not just for me, but for other people, and the purpose of the program itself. Okay, so once my mindset changed to I'm just going to get through this so I can do whatever it is I'm trying to go do, the reason it got to that point was because not only was I willing, right, but I literally became open-minded to even more. So like when I first got there, I was open-minded to new things. Like I said, I wanted something new. I wanted something different. I didn't want to keep doing the things I was doing, but I didn't know what it was. So when I figured out what it was exactly, my mind began to open even further. You know what I'm saying? And then the honesty, right? So like literally the how, okay? So I was asked at one point in time, why am I here? Okay? Not why am I in drug court? Not why am I at meetings? Not why am I, why am I on this path but why am I here? Okay? And I was not able to answer that until I was later on in the program because I didn't know why I was here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I, too, am extremely grateful for this program. It too, saved my life in very various ways.
People look at drug court as a punishment.
But as a punishment.
It's really not.
It's not.
They really are there to help you, and they show you that they're there to help you.
Yes.
I mean, you get everything explained to you the right way, and they really do care about your sobriety. They really do.
But see, it goes even further. It's not even just about your sobriety. Yes, sobriety is a very large part of the program. It very, very much so is. But it's not just your sobriety, it's your well-being.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you're a human being, and these people really do care. You know what I mean? Absolutely care. I guess for me, when I first got in the program, the hardest part about being in the program at first, okay, was the balance. Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't know how to juggle going to work, going to meetings, doing this, doing that, and really didn't at the same time taking care of myself. It wasn't it was difficult. I'm not used to doing that. You know what I mean? I'm used to either taking care of myself and going to work, or not taking care of myself and going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yep. It was either or. It wasn't all the above. So first, that structure you were talking about, is what formed, and that honestly, the beginning part of that structure when it was first handed to me, and it was like, listen, it's up to you now. You know what I mean? Like, they give you enough, like I say, they gave you enough rope to hang yourself, but at the same time, they give you enough grace as well to help you move forward. You know what I mean? In life, like I said, it honestly, like, it helped me become a better person,
yeah.
a better man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you know, and I think that's a byproduct because I haven't done drug court.
Right.
I didn't do transitional living.
Right.
I didn't do a halfway house.
Yeah.
I did 72 hours in the recovery center this last time, and I failed. All right. But you know, with these recovery houses, the recovery centers programs, and the transitional and the halfway houses, you know, they got this false sense of environment. It's a false environment.
Yeah.
So then when they get back out of them and then back into the world,
yeah,
it's like free reign, you know. And no, I feel like we don't know what to do. We just run back to our familiar.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of the times.
Well, it's almost like what I hear is the drug court. One, it's not so much the false environment. You know what I'm saying? That's where that rope comes in. Because that's life.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
They're allowing you to experience your life through this. Okay. When I first come in here, you know, and I'll hear everybody fuss, not everybody, but the majority of them, fuss about, you know, drug court and everything, this, that, and the other, and all this. And well, I may have had a borderline resentment, bro, because I see them doing all this work on their disease, and they're learning all this stuff about the disease. I'm just coming into these meetings, dude, and I just get this little, this little tender morsel every now and then, to get and figure out what is really going on with me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I don't know. I feel like they had an advantage that they were not aware of.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So a lot of people. Okay, let me back. I'm gonna take not a lot of people. Me, I'll keep it on myself. At first, when I first got into the drug court program, I took it for granted. You know what I mean? I had all the ability to really focus on not what, you know what I'm saying, I was doing, but what my disease was doing. You know what I mean? I took it for granted. I was one of those people that would, now this is when, you know, in the first phase of this program, I was one of those people that, it's not that I had everything negative to say about the program, but at the same time, I had a resentment, like, because you know, this is the second time I've been in this program. This isn't the first. This isn't the first. You know what I mean? But I had this resentment, like, why am I doing this again? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, as I progressed through the program, as I realized, like, it was my fault that I was in this program, but even more so, so when I first got into the program, someone sat me down and had a conversation with me, okay? And in the middle of this conversation, this is like my first day physically being in the program, he saw something in me that I did not see in myself, okay? And that's what stood out to me at first. You know what I mean? Because going into the office, I thought, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to go ahead and just going to bullshit my way through this. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do. I'm going to just get all the way through this. You know what I mean? And then when I get done, I'm going to just do whatever it is I want to do. You know what I mean? But he saw something in me that I did not see in myself. Okay, when that stood out to me is when I was really like, now we're starting to become a little bit more open-minded to maybe this thing does work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it can work for me. You know what I mean? Uh, I just remember being first, maybe month, maybe two in the program. It was like I was coming up with every excuse why I just was ready to go back and get high. Every excuse under the sun, every one of them. You know what I mean? I'm not ready for this. I don't want to do this. You know what I mean? I've said it before. I used to get high for the grand opening of my eyelids. Okay, that was real. You know what I mean? And so when I first started doing this program, even though I wanted something different, you know what I mean? I was unsure, so I kept the reservations. You know what I mean? We was talking about this earlier that the whole everything had to be smashed. The old ideas, the old thoughts, the reservations, all those have to be smashed. It honestly wasn't until I was two more phases into the program that I realized this is what I wanted, and those ideas were completely smashed. So my point I'm getting at is that when you're going through the program, right? As long as you remain honest about what you're doing, honest with yourself, okay? At the utmost, you have to be honest with yourself. As long as you're honest with yourself, and as long as you remain willing and open-minded to everything that you got going on, okay? Your mindset, your perception, your thought, everything will change. Your perception will all that will change. You know what I mean? So it's like for those that's having problems, the way I was having problems, because I had those same thoughts, had the same feelings. Like I just want to get through this. I can't wait to get through this. You know what I mean? If you're having those thoughts, you have to. That's when you really got to take a deeper look into yourself. You know what I mean? Like, uh, you can't keep taking it for granted. You know what I mean? And that's honestly where it changed for me because I stopped taking it for granted.
For me, it was uh, you know, I've been in so much trouble, and look, I'm an army brat, spoiled to the hilt. You know what I mean? I never wanted for anything. So never in a million years did I ever think I would be able to say to someone that I was homeless,
Yeah.
like literally on the streets.
Yeah.
Living homeless.
Yeah.
And I looked at these people back then that were out there homeless. I look at them in a whole different light now because I was there. You know what I mean? And so, this was my fifth felony offense. There was no way I literally knew I was fixing to do some time.
Yeah.
And when that judge looked at me and said, "Mr. Wade, I see something in you. I'm going to give you another chance."
Yeah.
Fifth time.
Yeah.
I knew for myself it was over for me. If I didn't do something immediately, I was, there's I'm better than that. I knew I had it in me.
Yeah.
I knew I had it in me.
It was over for you, and hello, no.
And so I had the willpower right off the bat. When he gave me that opportunity, I told myself, I gotta either I'm gonna do this or I'm not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm not gonna do this, just take me to jail now.
Right.
But I wanted it. I really did want it. I wanted a better life, man. I kept thinking to myself, man, my parents did such a good job raising me. Why am I squandering my life like that?
Yeah.
And so I completely surrendered to it. I let go of it all and just said, look, here I am, build me, man.
Yeah.
And like you said, the honesty thing, that wasn't hard for me because I was done. What worse can happen to me?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I completely let it go and let the program and God handle me.
Yeah.
And rebuild me from scratch.
Yeah.
And I'm so blessed now, man. I'm so grateful that I did that and that I had a strong enough mind to want this as bad as I needed it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I said, if you're out there and you're in one of these programs, man, and you want to talk to somebody about it, get with me. Get on the comments, let me know, drop an email, something, because I'll help you out, man.
Absolutely.
This program it really does work, and it's a good program. It's not the beast everybody makes it out to be.
It's really not. It's really not.
Oh no, I mean, yep, no.
Yep. Make up your mind, son.
Oh shoot, sorry.
Yeah.
Mr. White Pants.
Hey.
Whoa.
See that? Yeah.
I feel like that was instant karma right there.
God
buddy.
said, God said, leave that boy alone. Yeah, so on that, back on that prayer thing, I was, because I believe now that God knows everything about me, like everything. Like somebody else has said before I ever come out the womb, you know what my name was going to be, you know what I'm saying? And infinite, okay, wisdom, knowledge, before, during, after, all right? So he knows how complicated I am.
Yeah.
How I can complicate.
Good job, buddy. Just go ahead and hold on to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard you.
Don't drop the mic.
I won't.
Okay. So I prayed to him exactly that. Like, hey, you know how complicated I am. Can you just take the complications out of me and just give me the picture, okay? Just let me know exactly. Take all the decision making out of it, please. And I really just kind of, because it's important that I be specific in my prayer. You know what I mean? Take all the guesswork out and show me exactly what it is that I am to do, so I can better serve you and not me. Because that's,
That was really nice of you to join the.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt obligated to do that.
In the big boy stand.
In the big boy stand. You know.
I didn't see no big boy stand.
That's because I'm not a big boy yet. Hold on.
It's a b-boy. It's a b-boy. No, he ain't got no business, man.
What's up with you, shut?
Sheesh. Knock.
All right, here we go. B-boy stance. You can screenshot that if you like.
I don't know. You look pretty white in that, Martin.
Did I look? Oh my God!
So
now, Bubba, I'll tell you what.
Needle pull thread.
So my, I was talking to my sponsor a while back, and he told me, he said, "You're becoming the person that you were always meant to be." When I was having this conversation with someone yesterday, I told him, I lost my grandfather. I don't have my kids, and he responds to me. He says, "I'm sorry." I said, "For what?" He said that you had to go through these things. I said, "I'm not. I'm grateful I got to go through these things."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was always meant to be this person. You know what I'm saying? I was always meant to go through the things I went through to get to where I'm at right now. I was always meant to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I realized that, I can stop blocking my blessings that come my way. Now that I'm able to realize that I was meant to be the way I am now, where I am now, who I am now. You know what I'm saying? Now I can recognize when a lesson comes my way, and I can also recognize when a blessing comes my way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, that was definitely another gift from not only from God, but from this program. And that whole point of like really taking and putting forth the effort to work on myself, really. You know what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for me putting the footwork in, if it wasn't for the prayer, the meditation, if it wasn't for me, you know what I'm saying, actually wanting to do something different, really, I would have never attempted to do this. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I first was locked up, my initial thought was, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get locked back up. You know what I'm saying? Just,
I think you need some Fix-A-Flat over there, bro.
Yeah.
I heard an air leak.
So,
pressure release valve.
That was a great discussion, guys. I got a question for y'all.
Okay.
Are y'all dressing up for Halloween?
I talked to Anthony about this, and I was thinking about getting a little poop emoji and becoming a piece of.
Become a piece of shit.
Yes. He was gonna become a turd.
No, I think I'll just keep coming back as an addict.
Yeah. No. I'll be at work. I have.
Oh, y'all don't have.
I have.
Oh yeah.
I have
see, where I work, they have like a.
I mean, they were talking about letting us
I'm gonna
come
dress
in
up as an employee.
Yeah, see, they were they were talking about letting us come in and you know what I'm saying, dress up and whatnot. But like, I'm not. It's first of all, I'm gonna be at work. Okay, I'm not here to dress up like we're a bunch of adults. You know what I mean?
Participate.
No, absolutely not.
It's morale.
No, and see, the reason why I'm not going to do that is because I'm not paying all this money to dress up and then ruin it at work because the kind of work
Okay,
that I
see
do,
that.
you know what I'm saying? Like then it'll just
You work where he
irritate
does?
me, you know?
Huh?
You work where he does?
No, but I see his point
Hey.
is what I was
Oh,
saying.
okay.
Yeah,
No,
you
you're
know
right.
what I mean?
You're
It's
right.
already hard enough like to put clothes on that I don't really care about getting dirty to go to work. You know what I mean? Because in the fact that now I actually care about all the clothes that I have. Okay, even if they are old. All right. But my point is that I don't. It's like I said, I was earlier. I'm a little bit struggling right now. So me going to buy a costume that I'm just gonna wear one time to get dirty, one time isn't
Well, I mean,
really.
you don't have to really buy a costume.
No, I mean I can make one,
But
but
I found a mask at
Yeah,
the store.
I guess I could just.
Well, I didn't tell
Phantom
Anthony. Like
yeah,
Anthony, I did. There's a
we
lot
were
of
here
things I
last
haven't.
week.
I guess I could just cut a hole in the bottom of a trash can and then wear that. You know.
Oscar the Grouch.
You know what I mean?
Wow. Anthony, did you hear I hit a deer?
You hit.
I
a
have
deer.
liability insurance, and I hit a deer last night, and I got paid on the spot.
What?
Yeah, I got a buck.
God. Love it.
On that note,
What weighs less than the color blue?
light blue.
Oh.
Dear friend told me that one earlier, Sean.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
I got no idea.
Sheesh.
How do you spot a blind man at a nude beach?
It's not hard.
God. All right,
So another great episode.
It's
Episode
fantastic
13 even.
Yeah.
That's a number
It's-
right
And
we're-
it's
there.
the
we're
one
getting
before
there.
Halloween.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's why we missed that
realized
week
that.
back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's
Fantastic.
Oh, yeah. baby.
Fantastic.
Snoogy Boogies.
Yeah, who? Did you say Snoogy Boogie? What is this?
You're not
Snoogy
familiar with
Boogie?
Jay and Silent Bob, are you?
What on earth is a Snoogy Boogie?
Go home
Sean?
and YouTube that.
YouTube Snoogy Boogie?
Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh,
Snoogy
Snooge.
Boogies.
The Snooge. Yeah, I remember Silent J and Bob.
No,
Silent Bob.
don't think you do.
Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes.
no.
I like
Strikes
that.
Back is funny.
Yeah.
Anyhow, we're getting
And
off topic
Silent
here.
Bob really talks, by the way.
He does
Yeah.
actually. So I guess this is part of the podcast where we do gratefuls.
It's time to come together.
Grateful time.
It's up to you. What you're grateful.
Why was the pumpkin scared?
Why?
He didn't have no guts.
What's a ghost's favorite pastry? Blueberry muffins.
Booberry.
Blueberry. Boo.
Sheesh.
Why, Fofo?
Shoot.
Shash.
Shash.
Why do I get the shash? We saw. Never mind. We're not doing that one.
Gratefuls. I'm grateful for the 12 steps of recovery.
I'm grateful for a great sense of humor. Just to change it up a little bit. 'Cause I've been
Great.
saying,
You know.
okay, fine. But I am grateful for for a great sense of humor. You have one. You have one. I have one. My
So you're saying
significant
you
other
can-
definitely
you're
has
saying
one
you can-
because she's dealing with
You're
me.
saying
so-
you can sense my humor?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sense it.
Yeah.
I smell funny. Wait a minute. That didn't work out my way.
Yeah. I think it worked out exactly how you wanted it to.
No. We're gonna redact that.
I told my sister she was gonna try to leave. She was like, I'm gonna go to where no one can find me. And I said, you can't hide from me. She said, what do you mean? I said, I know your scent.
Weird.
Yeah, we're in Kentucky though.
No.
No, you didn't.
That is not what I meant by that. God.
It wasn't my joke.
That is not what I meant by that. By the
I think
way.
my punchline worked better though.
Anyhow.
You know what happened? You know the secret?
I just farted.
Hey.
Can you find her now?
Yeah, I got, hey. First grateful.
First grateful off the top of my head.
Right now.
This first one.
No thought. Boom, bow.
Boom, bang, boom. I am grateful that I woke up today and still have breath in my lungs.
All right. John, first grateful.
Okay, wait. No, I already gave mine.
God.
Martin.
I just said it.
Oh.
Yeah, I already said.
Just God?
I'm
No,
grateful.
but I mean, it was my first one.
Grateful for the Potluck Podcast. Tune in next week. At the same time.
Look. Pod.
Same
pod,
channel.
Gas.
Anyway, 5 tips to a happy marriage.
All right, go.
1, find a woman just beautiful. Okay. All right. 2, find a woman that can clean immaculately, keep the house clean. Okay. 3, find a woman that can cook for you. You know what I'm saying? 4, I don't remember what 4 was, but number 5 was make sure none of these women know each other.
Shouldn't one be find a woman?
That's what he said.
Yeah, but then he added shit to it. You first got to find a woman.
I'm not telling it over again. Watch the podcast.
Watch the podcast. One.
So comments. Please leave comments. Please leave comments.
And we're looking into hiring a new hand that is going to comment on your comments because we're having a short, contributions on that area. But hey, progress over perfection.
Yes, progress over perfection.
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in with us here.
Wow, that was very well said, Anthony.
Yes, absolutely. Like, share, comment, subscribe, like, comment, share.
Comment.
Road to Redemption.
Oh, yes. Road to Redemption is now posting our podcast as well, so you can check it out there as well.
Yeah, boy.
YouTube, Spotify, and Road to Redemption.
Also, Recovery Church, 710 College Street. I believe we will have be put up on a slide. And
doing big things.
Yeah, what? Maybe hopefully we'll
and next week we are going to have very big improvement on sound.
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. And we'll be on a sugar high. Well, some of us will. Anyway, mine
empty. What?
No, it's not coffee no more though. It's cold.
It's still coffee.
No.
Yeah.
Anywho, there was one more thing. Yes, as you heard, may or may not have heard earlier, we've got a 6:00 meeting Mondays now at Safe Harbor. That's 200 South Joe Prather Highway.
What's that address again?
In Vine Grove, Kentucky. It's 12 and 12. So if you like to get into the nuts and bolts of the program, we got a seat for you.
He said 200 South Joe Prather Highway.
That's what it is.
Vine Grove, Kentucky.
Across from the trust company. I don't know if I can say the name or not, so get back with me on that.
I would admit it.
These messages have been brought to you by
Potluck
Podcast.
The color 13.
And the number yellow.
And the smell of green.
Ooh, that was not good.